Welcome everyone, this is Gwydion, and today I'm going to be going through my second playthrough of Domain of the Deathless King. The first one, my party died. Didn't get too far into it. I was still in the first book. So I thought I'd try it again. I think I've learned hopefully a few things. I created a new party, so similar, but not the exact same. So anyway, we're going to jump right in. And our goal here is to find and destroy the Deathless King. So I'll briefly introduce my party and we'll get started. First party member is Samson. He's a fighter. His specialty is archery. I didn't necessarily intend to metagame this, but he does have a feature called Wanderer, and he remembers maps and geography, which is great. But more importantly, he can find food and fresh water for myself and up to 5 people each day. So I'm going to use that to avoid having to have the penalties for the rations. And that's something that's in this game, and hopefully it doesn't break the game, but I didn't see anywhere that I couldn't do that. So that's Samson, and he is a human variant. Next player character is a wizard named Zook. He's a gnome. He's going to focus early on, at least, on probably a lot of cantrips. He's first level, so he doesn't have a whole lot of background yet, but I will get more background for him later. Those are my two full PC characters, and then we've got the NPC characters. Actually, let me get these both back on. And these are straight out of Domain of the Deathless King book. So they're a little more powerful, but they don't level up until 5th level, and they have a low and a high level. So Rammer is going to be my tank. She is a Minotaur, and they don't really have a class, so to speak. So she'll be doing a lot of the front line, hopefully, handling. And then finally, Niblet, who's more of my cleric, little bit of a frontline fighter if I need it. And he also can heal. He's got a number, actually, if I can find him, there we go. His spell casting is more around like Sacred Flames, Cure Wounds, Guiding Bolt, those types of things. So cleric spells. And he's a goblin. So that is my party. And let me show you where we are in the world. Here is the map. So I'm going to keep this little party map. Let me get the Domain of the Deathless King down. There you go. So now you can see the full party, the full map. But we're going to start in Rover's Wind. If you open the map in the actual book, you won't see all of these locations that I've included, but I tried to fill in really briefly where I could so you can kind of see where we're going. So we're going to make our way into the mountains, past a few cities here, to the Barisor Peaks, Eagle Watch, where we might find someone who can help us a bit. We're going to have to be near this volcano, Mount Ignis, and to the town of Escae, where we might find, hopefully, Lena Grendel, who we were told from the Archmage that could possibly help us. And then I think finally we're going to be going all the way down to Eldervor. I think that's where the Deathless King is, if memory serves. So that is our overall location, or our path, if you will. So I'm going to open the book again. I'm not going to read the entirety of the intro since I did that last time. So let's just go straight into, we got a night's rest at an inn in Rover's Wind, and now we're waking up feeling refreshed, and our party is, we've got everything full. Let me make sure I put on Samson our gold. I think I did 40 gold. That sounds right. I think he has all of the gold, and then I'm not going to worry about rations given the Wanderer feature. So, okay. So we are going to turn to 217. So you wake early, the bright summer sun glaring through the cloudy windows of your inn room. Once downstairs, you find that Rakoso has already gone before the dawn. However, he has organized with the innkeeper to provide you with rations for your journey. There isn't much to spare, as many young men and women of Rover's Wind have set off to offer their swords to the army of Corridon, and most preserved food has already been taken. Nonetheless, the innkeep spares all he can, clapping you on your back in appreciation of your courage. We now have 2 days of inventory. I'm going to put that in here, but I'm going to note that it shouldn't be an issue for my party. So, all right, no, pool your gold together. You have whatever gold pieces are owned. I think 40 is right. Leaving Rover's When, you head east, soon coming to the banks of the Pike River. You have heard from the locals there is a bridge crossing the river to the north, but the bandits have begun charging to toll a toll to use it. You might consider following the river a little to the south. Perhaps it will narrow and you can cross it safely. Head to the toll bridge or follow the river south. You know what? The first time I tried to skirt around, but I feel like I did myself a disservice by trying to skirt too many battles. Let me make this camera a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the bridge this time. So let's take a look and go to the toll bridge. Didn't mean to close all that down. That was interesting. So, all right. So we're going to the bridge. The bridge soon comes within sight, a decent stone bridge of old Corridon manufacture. It arches over the riverbank, clusters of rushing waves. Wow, clusters of rushes waving in the breeze at its base. Unfortunately, the rumor of bandits turns out to be all too true. Swaggering across the bridge, more than half a dozen bandits strut toward you, the leader spitting over the stone railings to demonstrate his contempt. 30 gold pieces to cross the bridge, he grunts, his hand on the hilt of his scimitar. Behind him, several bandits with bows have arrows knocked. Will you pay the bandits' fee? Heck no. Try to bargain with the bandits' fee? Threaten to kill the bandits. Draw your weapons and attack. Try to bargain with the bandits' fee? I don't think they're going to... Should we just straight up, like, attack them? Try to get the jump on them a little bit? Because, I mean, that's not the... I guess that's not the nice thing to do. Let's threaten them. You glower at the bandit leader, drawing your weapon. Step aside or I cut your throats, you growl. Make a DC 18 charisma intimidation check. So let me open the party and see. I don't think I have anybody with a great charisma. I should have thought about that. So Zook, our forest gnome wizard. I wonder if Ramra has intimidation. She might. Perception, survival, no. And I don't think Niblet does. Insight, stealth, no. Does anyone else? Does Samson have intimidation? Oh, he does. At least he gets a +1. So, yeah, that makes the most sense. So Samson is going to try to intimidate. So, and he does not. He gets a 12. That was a significant check we needed. If you fail, the outrage bandits leap to attack. So we're going to roll initiative. And I don't know why that's not changing. Sorry, I'm trying to check my Bardy music, but it's not recognizing my voice. That's disappointing. Give me 1 second. I think I might know why, though. Because I just changed all my microphone setup. So let's see if I go to my chat mix, if that changes. Yeah, I think that'll work. So we are going to roll initiative. And we're going to roll the NPC initiatives. So they roll, and then we're going to do Zook and Samson. All right. So we're going to go to the first round. And let's open the image. Sorry about that. Trying to open the images. And this is the battle at the toll bridge. I did not do this one last time, so it'll be interesting. See if I have this all set up. Hopefully I do. So this is a full-blown, hopefully it's going to work. Let's look at all the visibility. Okay, great. And I'm going to look at the map and see where I need to. So where can I put my party? So Rammer is going to be up front for sure. So let's move her. I think it's down. And Right, so he's there. And then we've got who else? Zook is going to be in the back for sure. So he gets to be down here, I think. And then we've got actually, from a strength standpoint, oh man, Samson and Niblet were horrible. So Niblet will be probably a little bit more up front. He's going to be right here, I think. There. And then we've got Samson, who's going to be. I might have this a little off, but I can't imagine it's going to break anything. So, all right. So let's see if I die at the outright, which is very possible. So Ramra is going to. I wonder if I do Control, Shift, Alt. There we go. I just want to track my movements, little janky movements. Actually, who's who? I think I want to get the bandit leader first. Probably take out, if possible, him. So I'm going to do here. I'm going to go right in the corner here. So hopefully I can't get completely surrounded. Not that it matters. I'm not doing flanking. I'm trying to make this easy for me. So Ramra pulls out her great axe and says, "You should have taken our offer." God damn it. And she misses. And the bandit leader, why isn't it? Next actor. Okay. So let's look at the bandit leader, what it says. Does it say skirmisher? So I'm pretty sure I can look it up. I have him down here. Actually, we can look it up real quick. Choose a random party member within range of the movement speed to attack it with all its melee attacks. So it's going to do that. So he is going to target Ramra. Now, agile, what is that? Opportunity attacks against the bandit leader are made with disadvantage. Okay, that's fine. So, all right, he swings and misses, thankfully. All right, Zook. This is a pretty big battle, so I think Zook might look at his spells here. And I think he really wants to help get that bandit leader out. So, well, sleep might be an interesting one, right? Sleep is. Gotta remind myself. No, I didn't mean to use sleep. I want to look at sleep. All right, let's look at it up here. It's 90 feet. So if I target, that's 45. So, okay, I got plenty of range on it for sure. And remind me what this does. I always forget that shield. Good God. All right. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of a point within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it like right. Let's see. It might be better to take out the archers. So let's do it like, I think I'm going to do it like right here. So that'd be 5, 10, 15. So I think it would do everyone in here and it'd be in ascending hit points. So that is, yeah, I like that. We're going to do that. And can I cast sleep? Oh, that's just the effect. So I need to do 5d8. 5d8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad. Holy moly. 33. In ascending order. So let's see. This is going to take me a minute. This is bandit. So 5, 10. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15. I think I'm going to say it's basically this group here. And it's going to be bandit 6. So that's 11. All of these are 11. That's great. What about the archers are 11? So I'm going to say, we'll just do it in order here. We're going to say this one is unconscious. So let's go back to Zook. And we're going to drag the unconscious effect on, let's see, this one. We're going to drag it on this one. So that is 11, 22, and then one more we get. And I guess I'll just say, let's just say 1 through, we're going to do a D4, 1, 2, it's Bandit Archer 19. 3, 4, it's 9. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but that's what we're going to do. So 1, 2, so this archer is also unconscious. Did I get them all? So 1, 2, I don't think I got him. Should have been number 19. He should be unconscious. Okay. So, and remind me, it's for 1 minute, so that's pretty much going to last the round. And is it concentration? It's not. Fall unconscious until the spell ends, the sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to sleep or wake or slap. All right, that is beautiful, but that is his level 1 spell. So I already have mage armor. I have to remember that he always starts with one first level done. So that is both of his first level spells. So he's already down to cantrips. I don't know why it should. Oh, I need to do this in combat. Yeah, now those are gone. Okay, good. Bandit Archer 17. So he is. What is he? He's artillery. So let's look again quickly at artillery. When an artillery taker, if one or more party members is within 20 feet, it will move its speed directly away. It will then make a ranged attack against that party member. If nowhere within, okay. So is anybody within 20? So who's going to be close? Ramra. But Ramra's got cover. But I think that's what? So that's 40. So is it within range? It should be, right? Short bow range is what? 80 feet, yeah, he's fine. But does that provide half cover? I think he's going to go up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Or maybe he'll just, yeah, I mean, I'm going to say he goes here, and I believe it's half cover, right? Yeah, I might have to look at that again at some point, but so I think it is. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So yes, I'm going to call that half cover because the bandit leader is in his way. So the bandit archer is going to target Ramra. Why is it not? So let's get on him again and target Ramra. Okay, that should work. And then I'm going to use the modifier. I think I can drag that on Ramra. See if that works. Where's Ramra? How about we just click on cover? Yeah, I think that's what you do. It's just been a while. So that should give Ramra +2. So I'm going to click on that cover. And then he's going to attack with his short bow. So that is a 13 +1. Why did it not give? What is Ramra's? Ramra's armor class is 14. That's not a hit. It's a 13. Is it a +1? Maybe it did do it. I bet it did. So the bandit archer has. Where is the action? Short bow +3 to hit. So the cover gave -2. So yeah, that did work. So it is a hit, unfortunately. So, okay. So that all worked, which is great. And it slashes into Ramra, but because, well, wait, that should not. Why did it give her half? Oh, I know why. That should not have given her half because I think I clicked the dagger button. Should have clicked the piercing. So let's take that and give her a full 2. So she should have had 2 wounds, so we'll give her 2. All right, we'll get this nailed down by the last time. Bandit Archer 19 is sawing some serious logs. You know what? I need to get rid of the... Yeah, let's get rid of that. Sorry. All right, we're going to move this a little bit so you can see a little better, and there we go. Now, the Bandit Archer is, yep, unconscious. Bandit Archer 2, though. 1, 5, 10. What can she do? 30? Yeah. 15, 20, 25. I'm going to go there and say she targets Ramra. And again, I think Ramra has partial cover. So we're going to do cover, not superior cover. And she's going to attack with her short bow. And that's definitely a hit. And so this should not give her... Okay, gave her full damage, which it should. All right, so 2 arrows sticking into... Gosh darn it, we don't even get to go yet. And that bandit is going to... It's a brute. I don't know why it says brute 4. I think it should just say brute. Not that it matters, but I think brute is just going to run up and attack. Actually, I don't want that, so let's put that away. I want the brute. One or more party members are in range. It will attack a random party member in its range. It will move adjacent to party member. So I guess I'm going to say it's going to move straight into range, the closest one. I don't see why not. It's a brute. So it's going to just straight up attack Ramra. 16 is another hit. And does damage. It is half damage because she has an effect that gives her half damage. So this one is unconscious. This one is unconscious. This one is going to move, let's see, 5, 10, 15, and attack Ramra. And miss, swings and misses, and Samson finally gets in on the action. So Samson is going to go up here, and I'd really like to take out that bandit leader, but he's going to go after this bandit 4. And does he do his sharpshooter? He can do a -5, and if he hits, it's +10. Is that worth it? What is his damage again? So longbow does 1d8 +3 piercing. He does a -5. He gets a +2. You know what? He's going to try it. He's going to try, why not, his sharpshooting feature. So do I have it down here? Effect -5. Let's do it. And then he is going to attack. Oh, it's still a hit. No, wait. Why didn't that do... So that's 16 -5 is 11. What is their armor class? 12. Nope, that did not hit. Yeah, that was probably stupid. All right, Niblet. What can Niblet do? Is how hurt is Ramra? Not too bad yet. 6. I think he's okay. So probably good to get maybe a spiritual weapon, which is... Yeah, I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon. And can I do a token? How about a sword or something? Let's just do that for now, a flying sword. We can do this something later, but he's going to cast spiritual weapon. And that is a bonus action, so I know everybody kind of questions this, but, or not everybody questions this, but I'm going to move it here, and I want it to attack the bandit leader. So what we're going to do with Zook, or Niblet, sorry, move Niblet back over here. So we're going to tick off that 2nd level spell slot, and all right. Within range, yep, that's fine. And at 60 feet, So make a melee spell attack. Let's make sure he's targeting. No, not Ramra. Jesus. Untarget the bandit leader. And we're going to make that spell attack. Should hit? Yes. 1d8 force. Oh, man. Puts him to critical. That's awesome. So spiritual weapons there. I can't do another spell. Or at least not a full-blown spell. I think I can do a cantrip, though, right? Yeah, you can do a cantrip when you do... You just can't do another, like, first-level spell. Almost positive that's the case. I'll look it up next time. But let's do... Well, shoot. Now I'm going to look it up myself. Okay, so yes, I can cast a spell that's a cantrip, given that spiritual weapon is a casting time as a bonus action. So that's awesome. So I am going to do a cantrip. So let's do Sacred Flame. Or no, we can do... Doesn't he have... Yeah, that's it. That's fine. We'll do Sacred Flame, and he should be already targeting the bandit leader. So... And that's a failure. And he is dying. Awesome. So the bandit leader is dead. I don't know if these other guys have any other, like, bandit archer. Does it say anything about them? I'm going to look in the PDF again real quick. What else does it say? All right. Bandit archer. Doesn't say anything about them. Yeah, it doesn't say that they do anything when the bandit leader is gone. So we're just going to keep playing as normal. So Niblet needs to pass their turn, and Ramra. So Ramra is going to go ahead and swing at the one right next to her with her great axe. Why did that give me 2? Why is that? Why did that give me... Oh, she targeted it herself. So, but she did crit. I'm going to give that. She did crit with the bandit 4, it says. So we're going to go with it. And that's 12. And that bandit is dead. This big great axe just slams into it and slices right through it. And we're up to Zook. Zook, sleep isn't concentration. So he is going to go ahead and let's see. This guy's melee. So he's, but you know what? Yeah, I'd like to do one of the archers that is not unconscious. So this is Archer 2, and Archer 2 is not unconscious. So what about, what can he do? Archer 2, Acid Splash, Toll the Dead. Those are saves, so he just has to see it. This one is an attack, so I think he would get a minus. So let's do Acid Splash. Because if he gets 1, is Bandit 6 unconscious? 6 and 17 are unconscious. Do I get to choose for Acid Splash? Choose 2 creatures you can see within range. They're within 5 feet. Okay. So he can do this one and this one. 17 is not. So let's do that. And he's going to do Acid Splash. I like it. I like it. So he whispers some words, and he throws his hands up in the air and does some decent damage to both of them. Awesome. I like it. All right, 17 is still awake, and he's got a clean shot. So he's just going to short bow directly at Ramra, which I think hits. Yep. And Ramra's getting down. Not great. Archer 19 is unconscious. Archer 2 is going to fire at Ramra. And hits. And Ramra is not feeling too good. This one, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, he can get there. Oh, wait, Bandit Leader 5 is unconscious. I did not realize that. So he's got to keep going. And Bandit 6 is unconscious. And Bandit 9 is going to attack with the scimitar. And miss, thankfully. All right, Samson. Samson needs to get a little help to his buddy here. So he's just going to outright. Well, this one's not hurt, but you know what? He's just going to, for now, I don't think he's going to use his sharpshooter. He's just going to straight up attack. Probably should have, but that's okay. Oh my God, minimum damage. All right. All right, Niblet, I think, is going to help Ramra. Ramra's got 13, so Niblet is going to cast Cure Wounds. You've got a touch, right? So Niblet is going to go 5, 10 here and take some cover from the wall, but it should be able to still touch her, I think. So we'll take off a spell there, cast healing, and that is 9 points of healing to Ramra. Awesome. And he can move, I think, and use the spiritual weapon, right? I think you can move, and as a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack. Beautiful. So he's going to move this and repeat the attack on the bandit here. So make sure, let's unselect Ramra for Niblet. All right. And bandit range, she's going to use the spiritual weapon attack. And that's a hit. And the spiritual hammer slams into him and does enough damage. This ethereal hammer just slams on him and knocks him down unconscious and actually dead. Dead. All right. That bandit is dead. So now we move on to the round 3. Ramra is going to move. And who's still awake? Archer 2. So 1, 2. She's going to attack. It's right in front of her. And she hits. And the great axe slices through, maximum damage as this guy just drops in front of her. All right. And Zook. Let's see. 5, 10, 15. And Archer 17 is awake, so he's going to target the archer that's taking aim at Ramra. He's going to do a firebolt. Or no, is he going to Toll the Dead? I love Toll the Dead. How much does he have left? Oh, I shouldn't know completely. Toll the Dead. Failed. And he's got less than full hit points. Does heavy damage, though. That's good. So, oops. All right. Archer 17 is awake. And he's going to fire at Ramra, but he's going to actually, I think, move back. And I think he's got a pretty clean shot there. Yeah, that's a hit. When that does some pretty good damage to her. Archer 19 is unconscious. 5 is unconscious. 6 is unconscious. Samson. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, that's all you can do. And he is going to target. I think the guy's got half cover, so Samson's going to modify and call it cover. And he's going to go ahead and attack with his longbow, but he's not going to try to do anything crazy, given he's got a little, yeah. All right. And he is able to hit, and he goes down, and the rest are unconscious. So we can either tie him up and, yeah, let him live, or we can kill them all. So we're going to say that battle is done. Not bad. And it was different than we did last time. So let's read this again. And we are all victorious as all of the bandits lay defeated. All right. So what do I get to do? Where will you go now? If you win this battle, turn to 24. Did it tell me how many I get? Crouching to search the fallen bandits, you find 7 gold pieces. So let's find our buddy Samson. So we got 47 gold. From the previous robberies, inside the toll booth, you find a curious toy, which you may take if you wish. Of course we will. I need to make sure I don't have anything in here from the previous game. I don't think I do, but I'm going to add this to my buddy Samson, I guess. So let's add, no, I don't want to do that. I need to unlock the character sheet. And we will add curious toy. All right. And I'm going to look at, just make sure. Well, no, I won't have anything else. I think I'm good. Which it is a model of a globe that can be rotated vertically and horizontally to make new islands and continents. Perhaps it is of gnomish manufacture. If you wish, you may take a short rest. Please that these criminals at the doorstep of Rover's Wind have been dealt with. You hurry on down the path toward the east. Gain 100 experience points. Okay, now I did confirm with the creators of the game that the actually, I need to get rid of all these XP. This is from my prior games. So let's kind of wonder if I can get rid of, can I get rid of them? Edit list. Yeah. Let's just get rid of everything we had done before. But what he said was you get full XP. So I'm going to say battle at the toll bridge. So I get 100, but because I have 2 PCs, it's 200. And I'll say defeated the bandits. That's fine. And we're going to call, and then we're going to award. Stop. And then if we award it, let's make sure these should not have any XP. So can I go before I do this? Why do they show any XP? That's interesting. I'm not hearing any music anymore. I wonder why. Or maybe there's a little background. All right. Where is my XP on Niblet? XP 0. Why is it showing any? I don't want to show any XP. That's interesting. Oh, I think it's because I created those as PCs. Can I get rid of the XP here? Maybe? Where is the XP? I don't see it. It doesn't matter. They don't really get XP. So let's try this again. I should be able to award it, and it should only go to Samson and Zook. No, it doesn't. So I need to change that because they don't get XP, Samson and Zook. But that's all right. I guess I'm going to have to realize that. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to click it. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to say it's awarded. All that really matters is the party members. These 2, the others are NPCs. So I'll just have to remember that. Okay. So I can take a short rest. So I think I'll do that. And short rest, you can roll a hit dice. I think on a short rest, I need to look that up, but I believe on a short rest, they can get 5 back, my NPCs. Yeah, they recover 5 points when you have a short rest. So, oh shoot, I just lost that entry. I'm going to have to find that. So let's do this. So she gets 5 back. So she's down to 4. Nobody else is hurt. And I'm going to go ahead and use for Zook, I'm going to use Arcane Recovery, which lets me get a first level spell back. And that's good because now I can, yep, I've got all those back. That's perfect. So I'm going to pause for a second. All right, so I know the image changed real quick. So let's get this off and show you. But I think we're right at this toll bridge here. Ah, shoot. So I think we're right at this, like the image of the river and the toll bridge. So I think we essentially just passed that toll bridge. And I did find the entry. So let's go back to the entry here. And I might play for just a little bit longer, see how we do, and then we will probably call it for this first session. So we are going to go to 133. I got to remember we have that curious toy. You are following, oh, geez. You are following a rutted path that runs through the countryside. A signpost suggests that if you keep following the road, you will eventually arrive at the village of Tarova. Did we have that somewhere? I don't. Oh, this must be. I said Drostad. I'm going to change this because I think. I don't know if I can move the text. Where's Drostad? There. So let's move that. I bet it's this little village down here. And let's see if I can add a text field. Can I add a text view? No, I don't want to add a painting later. How about we say Tarova? Okay. And I think it means it's this one. So let's look at the color here, the tint. Let's copy that. And let's go to Tarova. And let's copy that to make these the same. And yeah, I think that's fine. Awesome. So it looks like we would be going that way. So let's get that. Let's get that. Let's get back here. The road skirts some light woodlands to the south. Remembering Rakoso's words, you wonder if you should stay on the path or divert into the woodlands to keep out of sight. I think I might have done this before, but I mean, he did say you don't want to broadcast yourself, and it's probably better not to be out in the open. So I think we will slip into the woodlands. The branches of the woodland trees provide merciful cover from the heat of the summer, and glittering flecks of sunlight dance across the heathery floor as you make your way out of sight of the road. Your stomachs grumble, and you wonder if it'd be worth spending a little time hunting to increase your rations. Well, I think, you know what? I don't know if it'll give us any experience, but let's try to hunt. Why not? The wood is rarely traveled, so it seems a likely spot to find some food. Berries can be seen bursting from bushes, and rabbits scamper from place to place. So I'm going to go to 90, saying I don't have Natural Explorer, but I have that from, I forget what I called it, but I have that feature on Samson, so I think we're good. So I'm going to say that we succeed, go to 90. We get an extra day's ration, so I think we're going to be fine there. You may shoot a rabbit with a ranged weapon. That's all right. So I think we're good. So we're going to keep our way. We got some extra food. That's great. Green 25 experience, though. I think I'll take that. So let's go back here, and I'm going to make this, since it's going to give it to all of them, I'm going to go 25 times 4, so I'm going to go 100. So let's add hunting in the forest, and we're just going to call that 100, and it should give us 25 each all. So let's do that. So it should go to 125. Yep, perfect. All right. Yes. Yay, yay. All right. Where is that? And that's up here. Go to 140. The sun sinks lower and lower in the sky, and soon the trees are spreading dark tendrils of shadow across the woodland floor. Your thoughts are just turning to finding a safe spot to camp when you hear the chilling howl of wolves. They are close, too close. Peering through the dim light, you make out the shapes of darting gray-coated wolves circling your position excitedly. They are whipping themselves up into a frenzy as more and more of the pack arrive, howling and snarling at you, herding you into a tighter circle. They are building up the courage to attack, darting from the bushes before pulling back to the safety of their pack. I don't think I have speak with animals. I don't want to climb a tree. Let's try to frighten them. I think I did this before, but that's what I would do. Despite their ferocity and theatrics, the wolves are still just animals. It might be possible to give them a nasty scare and cause them to run, especially if you combine it with a fearless display of courage. Make a DC 15 Charisma Intimidate check. I think we decided, even though he's not that strong, yeah, we're going to do that. Oh, darn it. Let's take the first one. Oh, they both won, 18 and 19, so I'll take it. Awesome. So I did that. Where is it? If you succeed, turn to 322. Your brave display sends the wolves recoiling in fear. Convinced they have bitten off more they can chew, they go howling back into the undergrowth. Breathing a sigh of relief, you move a little further onward. I wonder if that music is a little loud. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. Hopefully that turned it down just a little, and hopefully it's going to be good enough. So, all right, let's go back to where we were. Where was it? Shoot. Gain 50 experience points and turn to 311. So let's do that. And we're going to say, I didn't mean to do that, but that's all right. Scared off the wolves. And we're going to say, so that's, did they say, was that 50? 50, yeah. So we're going to do 200 and award that. So we're at 175. Yeah, that's right. That is correct. 311. The sun is now so low in the sky that trees all but block its light. Exhausted after your long day's travel, you set up camp. Roll a d6. Uh-oh, I rolled a 1. If you roll a 1 or 2, record this reference number, 311, and then turn to 333. So I'm going to go to player note session 1. In entry 311, I rolled a 1. Okay. And then turn to 333. The wilderness in eastern Corridon is full of dangers. A creature of some sort has stumbled upon your camp, eager to feed upon your flesh. You should determine randomly which party member is on watch. The party member and all PCs that do not require sleep, may make a DC wisdom check. That party member, okay. So let's roll 1 through 4. We're just going to go from top. It'll be Niblet 1, Ramra 2, Samson 3, Zook 4. So 1. So Niblet is on watch, so he can make a perception check, wisdom perception check. $12, so I don't remember. Let's see, 12. But it doesn't say what the check is, does it? You may make a DC perception check. I mean, let's see what stumbled across us, but I think 12 probably succeeds. It's a 5. So a death ape. What in the world? I don't think I have this. So I might have to create this. So give me a second. Okay, so we made a DC 10 wisdom check. And that's what it was. It was 10. So I created the character or the creature. So we're just going to do this theater of the mind, obviously. And we will... It's time to roll initiative. And we will be fighting this ape. Let's see. Yep. All right. So at least So right now we're just gonna do Niblet and the Death Ape. So let's roll initiative for everyone, and we'll roll all NPC initiatives, and then we're gonna roll initiative for. So Niblet, at least Niblet is above the ape. So he gets to go first. He's not surprised. So he's going to yell. And I think that's going to wake people up. But the first round, at least, they won't be able to act. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll initiative for Zook and Samson and put them in initiative. But for now, Niblet's going to go. And we're going to say he woke up and we're going to do in range. So what does he want to do against this ape who has a lot of hit points? This thing is just pounding its chest. He's going to try a guiding bolt. I don't think we've done the rest yet, right? Yeah, he's on watch, so we don't get to rest, I don't think, yet. Hopefully we can after. So he's going to take that off. He's going to target the death ape and cast Guiding Bolt. He hits. And does heavy damage to the ape. That's good. And the next attack, it is going to grant advantaged attack on this thing. So, but the ape does get to attack, and I guess I would say Niblet's going to be in range or melee now. I'm going to say this thing runs up and attacks. Well, I mean, so we'll say that Niblet, at least for now, is in range. Maybe he can get out of range. But he's going to attack Niblet and gets 2 attacks with this fist. First one is a hit as he slams into Niblet. Why is it piercing? And then second attack is a miss, thankfully. All right, so then we're going to we'll say 1 here. We're going to go to the top of the round. So Ramra is awake. So she's going to, I don't know how there's no opportunity attacks and such. So I'm going to say Ramra runs into melee and attacks the Death Ape. And she will get advantage on this first one, which is why it rolls twice. And he still misses. She's waking up and so I'm going to say he can get out of melee range without an opportunity attack, because there are no opportunity attacks in when you're doing like this, I forget what they call it, just the standard basic battle. So I'm going to take melee off again, and we're going to give him ranged just so I don't forget. And he is going to do Sacred Flame. Yeah, Sacred Flame. But he succeeded, so nothing happens. The Death Ape, I think he's going to now target Ramra. And first attack slams into her, critical hit. And, really slams into her and rips her, starts rending her. And the second one is a miss, thankfully. So Samson wakes up, and he's going to try to shoot this ape who he can tell. You know what? Why not? He's going to try a sharpshooter. He's going to try to take this thing down. So he needs to... So let's see if I drag this on him. Can I do that? But if I just click on it... You know what I think I need to do on the sharpshooter effect? So I should probably make it self. Oh, it is. So will it allow me to do that? Let's just click it. But I don't think it's doing it. No. All right, maybe I can't do it. So let's just drag the sharpshooter on him. And that should be 1 action. So come on, Samson. Show what you're made of. So he is going to shoot at this ape. It's an 11. So nope. All right. And the bandit archer. Oh boy. I didn't realize. Let's delete these guys who are all unconscious. No, I didn't mean to do that, darn it. All right. Zook is up, and Zook is going to... So he did a short rest, but you know what? He's going to do Firebolt. He's just going to try to take this thing out with a Firebolt. So fire lights up the evening, and that's a hit. And damage is 1. Does not do much. Ramra is going to swing at this Death Ape, but it shouldn't have. Yeah. Top of the round again. It's gonna swing its Great Axe, and it does hit at least. And does pretty good damage, but this ape is still strong and still up and going. It's kind of stumbling a bit. It's wiping its eyes of the blood that's streaming in its face. And we're going to do just a guiding bolt. Do I not have him targeted, Niblet? Yeah, let's target the Death Ape. And Sacred Flame. Succeeded. All right, so the Death Ape is going to attack Ramra twice with its fists. First one is a hit. Slams into Ramra and does heavy damage, and it swings again and misses, thankfully. All right, Samson's just going to do... so far, its Sharpshooter is not helping. So he's going to just do a straight up attack with his longbow. And that time it's a hit, thankfully. And it slams into the ape's throat, and the ape goes down dead. Whew. Rough fight, though. So let's go back up, and we gain 50 experience points. So we're going to say Wandering Death Ape. So we get 50. So 50 times 4 is 200. And we will award that. So 225. So that's not bad. So let's go back to 311. 311. All right. Now we take a long rest. You must consume a day of rations. We're good with that. Okay, so we don't need to worry about any of that, but we do get a long rest. So let's apply a long rest. I want to make sure I have an extension on here from Matakiri, somebody in the Fantasy Grounds forums. Let's go back up to Niblet. It should reset these slots. So let's do rest, overnight rest. And Niblet, yes, it refreshed those slots. Awesome. Everyone else is fully refreshed. Awesome. This is probably going to be a good time. The break of dawn, you pack up your camp and continue your trek eastwards through the wood. So we are just at an hour. Let's go ahead and pause there. So doing okay for now. Not too bad. So we are going to write down. We ended session after 3:11 and a long rest. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you're enjoying this, give me a like, subscribe, and a comment if you have any questions or you'd like to learn more. So thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate it.